Good day. I am Orele Kuyata Demitokwe. I'm with my colleagues David Tosi Obaolowa. So today we want to do interview with one of our trainer, a GSC course, one of the courses that we offer in 300 level, order to in order to empower us into a real life skills. So here our trainer today is Hussein Akonde Abdulgafar. So he's a brand owner of Trashed Technologies Limited. So sir, can we meet you, sir?
Hello everyone, my name is Hussein Abdulgafar Akande, the managing partner of Trackit Technologies Limited. Thank you very much.
So can you briefly introduce the skills you teach and its real world applications?
Okay, so for the GS 301 program, actually at Trackit HLX Technology Limited, we offer various type of skills. We do beyond just software development. We do product designing, we do digital marketing, video editing, and so many other technical skills, whereby we even offer our service all over the world to several clients in every part of the world. But basically for the GS 301 course, we are offering the software development, basically the front end and back end software development. Thank you.
Why do you believe this skill is important for other graduate students to learn?
In this current age 2021, or in this current age 2025,
Yes, sir.
so the world is going digital.
Yeah.
We are in the world of several emerging technologies. We have AI, we soon have AGI, we have cryptos, we have Web3. So all these things are based on software development. Even the phones we use, the Facebook, Instagram, people that actually made it are people that are into software development. So there is nothing you want to do in this current age that you will not need either the service of the software developer or you will not need to use a software as a whole. So it is essential for students to have the foundation to learn it as soon as possible. So if they want to go deep into it over time, it will be easier for them to explore several opportunities. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. What are the basic requirements of prerequisite needed to start learning this skill?
Okay, so the basic prerequisites to learning software development, number one thing is you just have to be determined, because software development is not a race, it's a marathon. So what I mean by that is it's not something, if you are running 100-meter relay, it's a race. You can start now and within 2 seconds. But if you are running a marathon, you run it over time. Like it's not something that you say, I start it now and I can just finish it within 6 months. So if you learn software development, you will have the basic essential knowledge that you need in 6 months. So after that 6 months, it is left for you to improve on yourself. So things that you need to start as a software developer is determination, because it takes time, and at the same time as you go higher it gets harder. So if you are not a kind of person that that actually love it or actually want to do this, there's no way you get to a stage and you not give up. So it's very good for you to have this kind of determination at first, and then over time improve on it. And you have to be great, you have to be serious about it, and the moment you encounter obstacle, you have to be ready to overcome it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. For how does it typically take for a complete beginner to become proficient?
Okay, like I said the other time, great. A complete beginner is someone that doesn't know anything at all, unlike someone that have probably basic knowledge. So as a complete beginner, it will get easier at the first. You start learning HTML, CSS, either with someone or by yourself. You might start learning all those things and you feel like, is this what they are doing in software? And they said it's not very hard because some people are doing it already, so you can do it too. But those people that are doing it, they've scaled through so many stages that you too must be ready to go through those stages and actually make things out of it.
What are the fundamental ABC steps in mastering this skill?
So the ABC steps, like I said, Number one thing, have determination. Have determination that I want to do this no matter what. Number two is grit. What the meaning of grit is, at some point it will get harder. So you have to be ready to do hard things. Even if everyone is saying you can't do this, prove them wrong and try to do it. And the third thing is, after you are determined, you are great, be ready for the real world challenges. Because one of the things that you need as a software developer is, you need some certain skills that are beyond just coding and development. And all those skills are soft skills like communication skills. So as a software developer, over time you'll be needing to work with some other people.
Yeah.
You alone cannot develop a software. You need if you are a front-end developer, you need a backend, you need the UI UX developer, you need data analyst. So you have to be ready to work with, or even as a front-end developer, you still need another front-end developer to collaborate with you on every project you are working on. So it is very good to have a very good communication skills and be open to criticism, because you might have worked overnight, sit down with your laptop and people, you think you worked, and your guy or your colleague will just tell you this thing that you've done, you have to improve on it. You've done. Some people will even tell you in a nice way, and some people criticize you in a very bad way. But you have to know what to take out of every criticism. You get it? So be open to criticism and have a very good communication skill.
What materials, tools, or software does a beginner need to start?
Well, as a software developer, over time you might start needing some expensive softwares, but to start you can just start with VS Code, just as your code editor, and on your VS Code you store your live server. With that you can start, as a beginner, and start learning things on yourself or learn with people, and over time, as time goes on, you need to. And after getting your software, I forgot to mention that you need a very good laptop. I noticed that some of our students here, they are coming here to learn software with their phone. I don't know who is going to work with them or hire them with working on their phone or something. So as a software developer, have it in mind that at least have a very good laptop with good battery and good specifications. Then the software you need, install it on them, and you can even start on your own. Then over time you improve on, especially if you start making money out of it, people will pay you to work on it. So you have to work with or pay for essential softwares to make you have a very good output.
Are these materials expensive or affordable for the average student?
Well, I think for students, you mentioned students.
Yeah.
So for students, there are some softwares that if you are trying to use it individually, there are some software that actually offered students, free access.
Yeah.
For instance, now all these Microsoft softwares, Google softwares, if you can log in or sign up with your student Gmail, you'll be able to access them. And I think they might probably do some kind of scrutiny to actually understand that you're a student, probably through your school or something. But I believe that if you are trying to learn alone, try and understand, because if you are trying to learn as a team or trying to learn in general, they will not accept that. They will have to just, you have to pay for pro level software. But if you are just trying as learn personally, you can do it with your school email, not personal Gmail, your school email, so that they'll be able to verify through your school. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Can this still be learned fully online, or does it require physical practice?
Well, some of the students that we are training here, some of them actually told me that they've started learning online. And the issue they encountered that they explained to me is that learning alone is actually intensive, because you will not know what to learn next. You will not know, after learning this phase, what is the next thing that I'm supposed to learn. You'll just be learning randomly.
Exactly.
Do you get it? Because there is no guidance. So for instance, now a guy told me that he started learning HTML, and after HTML he jumped to JavaScript and he started having headache. I told him, you will encounter that, you have headache. He said after JavaScript, he doesn't understand JavaScript very well, then you have to jump to Python. I said, you want to kill yourself. So as much as you want to try to learn on your own, it is good to have someone guiding you, so that you know what to learn next, And all those things, software development training is in stages. If you jump any stage, the stage above that will get harder for you. So if you are learning stage by stage, whatever you want to learn at the stage before the one you want to skip, they might have mentioned it or make it simpler so that when you want to learn the other one, it will be easy for you to grab. But if you jump any stage or escape or try to skip any stage, it will get harder and you'll be discouraged. Yeah, so you have to, if you want to learn on your own, it's good to follow stage and have someone guiding you. But if you want to learn by meeting someone, that is the best.
Even learning online, they cannot even ask questions like question and answer period, and they can ask that trainer the person that is.
Yeah, so there will be
It's better to learn
from someone. Yeah, you get it.
What is the instruction of your training program, modules, duration, and milestones?
Okay, so normally, if you want to train someone, let's assume that they are not coming through GSC program, they are learning it on their own. Yeah, we are training them on our own. So to learn front end, you know it in 3 months, front end development. However, knowing it in 3 months means you'll be attending class at least 4 times in a week. Do you get it? You'll be coming here at least 4 times in a week, 3 hours every day, each of those days. But in this situation now, it's just once a week. And even on our own end now, instead of training students every Monday, they have classes on Monday. And coming to our program, they have to come with laptop. Some of them will not go to school with that. And at the same time, they have some other stress that they are going through on Monday. They might not even concentrate on that Monday. So we shifted and they have just 2 hours class on Monday for this GSC program. So we shifted our classes to Saturday. And on that Saturday, we can learn at length. Do you get it? And they'll be focused. They don't have anywhere else they are going. So that's why I put it on Saturday. And with that, they'll be able to focus, learn at length beyond 2 hours. And probably we don't usually, be able to cover things that we should have learned in 4 days. But at the same time, we try. So why I'm saying this is 3 months for GSC program might not be enough. Because we are learning once a week, they are students. But if you want to learn it fully by yourself, you can know it front end 3 months, back end 6 months, and if you want to become a full stack developer, you might have to dedicate like a year. And after that 1 year, you'll be proud of yourself if you focus here.
I want to learn. So what's common challenge the beginner face when learning this skill?
I've mentioned some of these initially, and one of those challenges are some of them don't have laptop. They even say that I should borrow them my laptop. I don't know why they are thinking like that, but if let's assume that we just have one of them that doesn't have it, to be easier for me. But we have tons of them, like 10-20 of them that doesn't have. So I usually encourage them, because even if you don't have laptop now, you are going to 400 level. You do projects, you do many things that you need laptop for. So I encourage them to just get it. If you can afford it and get a laptop, just get a laptop that you can work with. So getting a laptop is essential, and after getting a laptop, you have to have the determination. Those are the obstacles. The obstacle is not even that you don't have money to go to class or you don't have anything to.
Once you have determination, you find money.
Most of the time, the obstacle is within you. It's not as if someone is stopping you to. So it is good to have the determination, have grit, and be ready to face whatever comes with it. You get it? So because this, I think, is outside. So some people, after finishing their AYC, they usually go into this to learn it fully. Like they will drop their certificate and face this, because it is one of those skills that is very essential. And the amount of job that is out there for software developer is actually more than the people that are working on software for now. So there are so many gaps and lapses that we need to fill with software development. So that is why we opted in to train more students of uni learning. So last year we have so many students that have actually learned from us, and I told them today is Thursday, they will not be able to come. So I invite them. They will tell you. Some of them usually come here to come and work on what they've the gig or the job they've collected. So can you imagine? These are people we trained last year. these are people I even used to invite some of them to work with me on projects because they are people that I trust. So like I said, grit. Some people used to give up easily. So these are the people that even after training them here, they came back for during their COS, they did their COS here. Their COS, they did it here and they were able to cover the program at length. So I'm really proud of them, and they are one of my proudest students. Yeah.
So, how do you help students to overcome these challenges?
Yeah, like I said, it's very good to have someone that is guiding you if you are having challenges while learning software development. So we are always there for them. Some of them will message me on WhatsApp that they're having issues. I will get them on how to, if they can come, I'll tell them to come around and we'll do it together. And it is good to explain things to people, and it is the best if you can just grab their hand. And so you encounter issue, you have problems, and the moment you are ready or you have someone that is guiding you, it becomes easier. So we are always there to guide them. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. What practical exercise or project do you use to reinforce learning?
The practical exercise, students that are learning this year now, can you believe that they are working on projects already?
Wow.
Yes.
Just this year?
Yes, and we started November. Though the project they are working on is not real life, it is not yet presentable, and I can show you some of their. Even I played with them during the previous week that I want them to work on projects without me. I'll still give them project at the end of this whole thing to work on. But for now, I want to know how creative they are on what we've learned. I want them to work on their own. I told them you have to think of by yourself, because the actual project that we'll be working on at the end of the day, it will be, tax is the next thing that is raining in Nigeria now. So we need tax calculator. Do you get it? So they will be working on task calculator at the end of the project, but I'm here to tell them that one.
I want to learn.
The only thing they are working on at this moment is for them to actually think of something. So that is to measure their level of creativity, because you have to be creative too. As a software developer, you have to be creative. You have to know how to, So I'm telling them to work on their own. So they are working on it. I even joke with them that it might be their test.
Wow.
So they are working on it and they are taking it serious now.
Exactly.
You get it? And I told them, if you are working on this as your test, and I don't expect two people to work on the same thing. Like I don't expect you and your colleagues' project to look alike, so that they will not be able to copy themselves. So they will work on it and they will submit it to me, and I will grade them. Though they will still pass either ways, but I want them to be serious with it. So they are working on something already, and
that is a great thing.
yeah.
So how can students build a strong portfolio with this skill?
Yes, so after the whole training, what I used to employ them to do is for them to use that skill, that software development skill, to build a portfolio. So the meaning of portfolio is a pack of website or a project that has all your existing projects that you've done, everything that you've done. So even what we did in this program, I'll tell them to put it there. Why portfolio is necessary is because anyone that wants to work with you, you will tell them with your mouth, I can do this thing. How do you want them to believe you? So you have to show them something that you've actually done. So that is where they will put all their previous projects, the works they've done, and with that they will be able to they will just send a link to the person, and they'll be able to show their project to the person will go through. So it is very essential. Almost, if you are a software developer and you don't have portfolio, you are not serious. So one of those first things that they build is their portfolio, and they put all their projects inside it, and then with that they'll be able to share whatever they've done with anyone all over the world. You can just send your link.
Exactly.
You get it. So, and with your link, they can access. Okay, I like what you've done. I want to work with you. So yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. In your experience, what separates an average learner from an exceptional one?
This might be funny, but it's the communication skill. There are so many people that are very good with software. But I'm telling you, some of them, the moment you transfer money to them to work, they just start ghosting you. Do you get it? So if you have a communication skill, even if the owner give you a deadline to work with, and you are exceeding that deadline, let's assume the person told you to that I will need my project by the end of this week, and you are not able to meet up, and by today, which is Thursday, you've reached out the person already. Please, I don't know, I might be able to meet up with that Saturday, but in case, please give me additional 2 days. You know, communication skill is very good, and if you are working with some other developers too, do you get it? If you are, you know, always talking to them, even if you guys are based remotely, if you are always chatting them, this is my progress, this is what I've done, how do you think I can come in and help you on what you do, anyone will like you, no matter how skillful you are. If you are always ghosting your colleagues or ghosting your clients, I don't know how you want to last on with software development. Yeah, so you have to work with on your community. It's very essential. Then everything comes after that.
Thanks, sir. At what stage can a student start earning money with this skill?
Any money with software development is very easy. Just like every other skill too. You have to let people know that you are doing this thing. Even if you are selling coolie, you are making soap, you are making anything, you are rearing chicken. If you rear 1,000 chicken and nobody knows you are doing this thing, nobody will buy from you. So that is exactly how software is too. Aside the fact that you want to, you know, position yourself online, because you have to do that too, so that people that actually doesn't know you, that you be able to reach out to. That is the online. That one might not need to actually telling yourself, just position yourself,
Yeah.
staying in the right place at the right direction. Aside that physical aspect, you have to network, let people know that you are doing this thing, let your colleagues know, let your friends know, your classmates. When those people know, it might be their brother
Yeah.
or their uncle. You know, the first set of people that I work with
Wow.
while I was in Nairaland, they are my classmates' uncle, and I'm still working with them till now.
Wow.
They are in US, both of them. I have two people that are in US that I'm working with now. So those people, I met them through my
Three
classmates,
classmates. Wow.
because my classmates know I'm doing this thing, and he referred me to his brother. And since then, that his brother has referred me to so many people in US,
Wow.
and we've never met before.
Hmm.
I've never seen this person except we do video call. I've never met them in my life. So why this is essential is I maintain a very good communication skill with them. I'm very trustworthy. If I'm having any issue concerning their project, I will let them know firsthand. Not that you know, if you don't let them know, they count it as disappointment. But if you let them know ahead, they will say, okay, you are giving them updates. So I maintain a very good relationship and a good communication skill. And I was able to network almost everybody in my department. I graduated from Illinois 2019. You get it? And in that 2019, I was my department president as well. Even not just the my department, everybody in the faculty, I'm into politics as well. So everybody in the faculty knew that
That I'm
this is
into
what I'm
software.
doing.
Wow.
So you have to let people know, as many people as possible. The moment you meet new person, introduce yourself, talk to them, and this is what I do.
Hmm.
They might be the person that needs you, or they
Thank you,
are
sir.
relatives. So let people know you are doing.
Thank you so much, sir. So, what are the typical beginner level any opportunities available?
Opportunity for beginners.
Yes.
You know, for a beginner, the best thing you can do for yourself to have an experienced person you can work with. Do you get it? So like I said the other time now, you know, I said that you should call one of the guys that I trained there last year.
Yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
come
It's
and
for
work
my
with me.
thing.
So because I know that they are putting the effort and they are good to an extent that I can lead the project. So if you are a beginner, you need someone that is experienced and they will always be giving you something you can work on. That okay at your level you can work on this. They'll give you and they'll pay you. Do you get it? So if you're a beginner, have someone that is experienced that you're working with. And among your colleagues, you know, you might be a front-end developer. Ask and try and have back-end developer as friends. Try and have UI UX as friends. If they have project, they will call you. They can't do it alone. If you
Exactly.
have project, you will call them. So it is very good to collaborate and everything you are doing. Everything is good.
Thank you, sir. Okay, moving on. Can you give examples of successful students who now make money using this skill?
Yes, I have like several of them. If I need to mention names, we have Aris, Sani Aris is in computer science. We have Moat Adibayo, I think is in information technology. And we have Sanusi Azim. Sanusi is in, I think, criminology. I'm not very sure, but I think it's social science. And then we have Zina. I can't even know Zina's department. We have Mutoli. We have several of them. So basically, these are set of students that have, very good grades towards this thing. They actually want to know it. And these students, they are good to an extent that I personally used to call them for projects where I have for them. And I feel like they can handle some part of it. So we have students that, we have mentored and we are proud of.
Moving on. What are the potential income ranges for students at the beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels?
For software development, there is no specific price or range of income that you can make. But the thing, everything is based on your level of negotiation when it comes to that pricing. But I assure you that the moment you are working with people as a front-end developer, you can earn nothing less than 300,000 if you are working on a monthly basis as a beginner. The moment you start improving yourself, you start learning more and you are very good with it, and learn as much as 1 million, 2 million more. And funny thing about this kind of project is to improve yourself, you don't need to write any certification exam. Unlike every other skill, if you're a lecturer to be to move from doctor to PA, professor, there are so many things to do. This you just have to improve yourself and let people know you are doing it. So wherever you are working, let them know you have learned this thing, you can do it, show to them that you can do it. Your personal, they will definitely increase your wages and give you extra roles. But if you feel like they are not appreciating you, you can definitely move elsewhere, do what you think you've learned and new thing that you need to think they need. Let them know you can do it. And you renegotiate another price. And this thing is so sweet that you can choose to work for people, be collecting salary. They will not even ask for your BSc. They will not ask for your NYSC. They will give the moment they want to hire you, they will give you laptop. That thing you say that you can do,
Yeah,
do
they
it
do
for
it
us.
to us.
The moment you can do it, that's the end of the interview.
Wow.
They don't ask for your BSc. There are so many people that they do not go to university and they are mad developers. So they will not pay them because they don't go to university. They will pay them because of the skill in their head. So that's it.
How much can a dedicated student realistically expect to earn within the first 3 months?
The first 3 months you are still learning, but the moment you feel like let's look at the months after learning it and then learn it.
Mm.
The moment you've learnt it, like I said, what of those thing that is very important is let people know what you are doing. Some people will know it and in 2 years they've not earned anything because they just know it.
There's no networking.
There's no networking, there's no collaboration, communication is low. But and there are some people that the moment they start learning it like this, everybody will know. I've started learning this thing, the moment they know it and they are pushing themselves out there, everybody will know, okay, I can do this now. So you have to let people know you can do this and network.
What are the startup costs involved in monetizing this skill?
The startup cost varies, there are some softwares that you might need to get. There are some pro level software, editing tools, software tools, code editors that you might need to get. All these Git and GitLab, GitHub, all those things, they are pro level and they are free. But the free have limitations. Softwares now. Normally they will give you the free. So an extent that you now become stuck. So the free has some limitations, but the moment you want to improve on, actually learning this thing, there are some licensing that you might need to do. However, students have advantage now. Students want to learn individually, not as a group. If you want to learn individually, there are some, Microsoft tool, Google developer tool that you might just register with your school email, and they give you some certain level of free usage. But at some point, you might still need to improve on or get the pro license. So for students, they have some certain advantage. They want to learn on their own, not as a group though. They want to learn on their own. And aside that, you want to get the licensing, which is the best way to actually learn this thing. Just by which might cost you money. But for students, you have some free resources you can use.
Wow, and being a student actually. So moving on, can you break down the cost versus revenue for a beginner setting up their first project?
Okay, for a beginner that gets his first project, I might not be able to break it down in full, but what I understand is probably by understanding your question, you mean the cost effective. So if you
Yes.
want to work on projects, it is very good to look at things that will cost you to work on that project, licensing, getting a domain, getting a hosting service, the cloud service, all those things, the API cost, all those things you might need to put it into consideration, then your own personal time that you working on that project. You have to know what your time worth. For a student now that want to collect projects, you have classes, you have things you are doing, you have practicals, you have all those things, and you have a project. If you let's assume that in a week you have several classes that you're supposed to attend and you want to deliver that person's project, the time for attending that class you are using it for the project, so it means you are losing in one way or the other. So if you don't find a worthy price that compensates that, at the end of the day you might lose. So
Both.
just make sure, if you want to risk not going to class on your project, the price worth it. Don't say because you get a project and you are enthusiastic and you now beat them in a certain way that the person is even extorting you. So make sure you get something that's worth your time and calculate everything that you'll be spending on for the process of the project, and I think so it means you have to look into everything you need first before pricing.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
get
price.
it before telling them the price, because all those API you pay for it, hosting, cloud services, domain, all those things. And I think domain is the cheapest of all. Any other thing, so
Okay.
it's
So
thousands
after
of
having laptop,
millions.
you have to pay again.
Well, those ones is when you want to work on projects. It's not
Okay.
you paying. It is you. We mentioned project now. If you want to get project for someone, all these things that you see that is working on the internet, there are certain expenses that backed it before you can actually use it. Yes.
Thank you, sir. How profitable is this skills in the Nigerian environment or global markets?
Something beautiful about software development is you cannot limit yourself. The moment you can do this thing, you are a global talent. You get it. Wherever you are a global. You can compete with people in Australia, people in US, people in UK to get a project. So you are not selling shoe. Even people that are selling shoe now, they are selling globally, but they still need the service of a software developer.
Yeah.
So because
I
a
have
software developer
websites.
will be the one to build their product, build their website, build their app. So that is one beautiful thing about software development. They are global talent. You can work with anyone. You can earn in dollars, pounds, anything. So that is it.
Thank you, sir. What are the top industries or sectors where this skill is in high demand?
Can you believe that a software developer doesn't have a specific niche? Software development is a niche on its own, and that niche can work with anybody. Can work
Which?
with anybody that needs software. Accountants, you can work with an accountant, you can work with fintechs, edtechs, edtechs, everybody. You can see all those niches, all those fin and tech, they are including tech. That
Yeah.
fin, what the fin there is financial, which are the banks, they are the OPays, they are the money points, all those ones. They need technology. Fintech, edtech, child tech that is selling food, they need an app.
Technology.
That is restaurant
Exactly.
tech now, food tech. So everything a software developer can work anywhere. Yeah.
What opportunity exists for students to freelance using these skills?
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities. Even you don't need to graduate before actually going into software development, because like I mentioned, those guys that used to come here now, after their graduation they don't even need to start looking for anything. They are set already, like they are settled already. These guys are making like thousands of naira, if not millions. If you see them, you don't know, but their laptop is top notch. unlike my own now. I'm a family man, I can't just change my laptop. But these guys, even Aris of a recent, he got a new laptop from the firm he's working with. They sent it to him. Do you get it? And I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of Aris.
Nice. Yeah,
So
yeah, nice.
it means if you know this thing to an extent, the people you are working with, they will value you to an extent that whatever you need to make their work go live and go fast, they are ready to provide it. If you need phone, you need a laptop, if you need internet, Wi-Fi, whatever, they, okay, what do you need? We give you just to make sure that their project is successful. So that's how far people can go for a software developer.
How can students market themselves a bit? Are there what platform are best for showcasing or selling this skill?
Well, like I said the other time, you need a portfolio first. A portfolio now is your personal platform. You get it? Then you can go on to all these socials, like LinkedIn, Facebook, Upwork, all those places. There are places that people actually they shout that they need software developers there. So you too, you can compete with global talents, apply for jobs. And personally too, that might be draining. Let me be honest, because you are not the only one applying. You are not the only one that is a software developer that is good. And there are some that are even very like, you just started, but there are some that are very good and they have more skills than you. Let's be honest. So you as a beginner, the best bet for you is to network. If you network, let people know you are doing this thing, you can easily secure gigs. And if you have issues, then you can sort the time experience and the help of an experienced person to guide you through it. So you learn through this thing and it will be easy for you.
What mistake do students often make when trying to monetize this skill?
Like I said, we mentioned something while we are talking about the perfect timing, charging what worth your time. So they undervalue themselves, they charge less, and they get strained.
Yeah.
Because let's assume that you want to work with someone, you charge like 1 million for the project, and at the end of the day, you spend like 950,000 naira on paying for API, paying for this, paying for that. It remains 50,000 naira. Initially, when you get that 1 million, you'll be happy. You know, make 1 million, but you don't make 1 million. You get it. And at the end of the day, all the sleepless nights because you have to make deadlines, it's not worth it. So for a new person, they get too overwhelmed with pricing and they feel like, this thing, let me not charge too much so that I will not lose this customer. It is better for you to lose that person instead of working on that kind of project and get drained. You get it. So don't be overwhelmed. Don't be too excited. Charge what's worth your time. Yeah.
What advice do you give students who want to scale from small jobs to major projects? What advice do you give students who want to scale from small jobs to major projects?
Okay. When we are talking about major projects now, we are talking about a large software product. So it is possible that you'll not be the only one working on it. When you are working on personal projects, nobody cares about if you speak to anyone or you communicate. But if you are working on a large project, you probably be collaborating with people because all this software you are seeing is not one person that built it. Yes,
Wow.
all these Facebook, Instagram,
So
they have
Masusbe has a people that
a
is working behind
team.
him.
Yes,
Wow.
like if I don't know if you can remember when Elon Musk bought Twitter,
Yeah.
he sacked over 30,000 staff. 30,000. Imagine if you sack over 30,000. Imagine how many people that are working there. And these are people aside the marketing, sales, and every other. The developers will carry the highest population. So it means for a software company or people that actually need the service of a software developer, they will need like 10, 20 of them. So if you are working with several people, you need to be able to communicate. You need to work on your communication skill. So these are the people that you are working with. There's something called push and pull and making PR on GitHub. So if you are doing all these things, you need to let people know what you are doing, so that if you work on something, they will not be working on it again. So that whatever PR you made will not be conflicting. So many things happen for software developers that is dependent on communication. So aside the fact that you are skillful, you can develop, you can code software that will move a house. If you are not communicating, you will have
We
issues.
have issue.
You get it
So you have to
because
learn
you have to learn how
communication
to
skill.
communicate. Yes.
Thank you, sir. I've asked this question before that what else? Is this skill future proof and is it evolving in today's economy?
Like software development is made for this economy and it is future proof because we can see the current age we are. What is the technology that is trending now? Is the AI.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
get
think
it?
it's AI tools.
Everybody uses AI now. After this AI, there is something called AGI that is coming now.
Ah,
It's an emerging technology. Everything that revolves around new innovation is always dependent on software development. Even if you are building a car, you are building an autonomous car, a self-driving car, an electric car, all those things.
yeah,
If you want a car to drive by itself, the data that it will need, people that will train the car are the software developers. So it is future proof and it is something that you can actually bank on.
what advanced SYZ expert of this skill should students aspire to learn?
After learning the basics that we are going to put them, software development is wide, very wide. After learning the basics, front end and back end, I always advise my students to go into mobile next, mobile development. Don't say you've learned front end, you want to jump to back end. Doesn't people will not know what you are good at. Just look as if you are jumping from one,
Office,
but mobile development is still front end. Just so if you want to work as like I said, software development is wide. If you want to work as software development, know your niche, know what you want. Do you want to be a robotics, or do you want to be into fintechs? Do you want to be in edtechs? Do you want to work with self-driving car companies? Do you want to work as a machine learning, people that build AI? All those ones, you have to be sure of what you want and what you want to go into. Then you have a clear path. Okay, this is what I love because it has to work with your passion too, so that you know be trained. If you are someone that is, you are a car enthusiast, you love cars, you love fire, all those nice cars. It's good if you go into autonomous, self-driving cars technologies. So you learn more about it. Then because you are passionate about it, it will be very easy for you to connect with people that are in that niche. The opportunity will start flowing.
Thanks, sir. Moving on, how long does it take to reach mastering on expert level competence?
Well, it can take as short as 2 years and it can take as long as forever, 10, 20 years. Depends on how how passionate you are about this. Some people, the moment they start earning pepper from it, they just stop learning new thing and be working. And some, they want to always learn. Want to always learn. What is it that is training now? What technology? When AI came, AI when it came, let me give you an example now. When AI came, do you know that people that are into software development as at 2010, 2015, there's nothing like AI then, isn't it?
Yes.
When AI came, if some of them did not develop themselves to actually know how to build it, they'll still be behind.
Yeah.
So as a software developer, we meant to be, what we do is give them basics. We let them know this is how this is done. Then they start improving themselves. Do you get it?
Wow.
So as a software developer, you have to learn new technology so that you not be left behind. And when people need that technology to be built for them, you'll be the one to be invited to serve.
Thanks, sir. Moving on, what additional courses or related skills can complete this one?
Additional skill that can complete software development.
Yes.
Software development is a complete skill on its own. The only thing you just need to do is to keep improving yourself. Do you get it? Unless you are going into a new niche that you don't know much about, then you can learn something about that niche.
All right, moving on. Are there opportunities for students to start a business with this skill?
Yeah, there are several opportunities. Like I said the other time, they should make sure it doesn't affect the academics because that is the priorities. However, for a student, I think there are ways they can always, you know, make money out of this thing, which is by probably collaborating with an experienced personnel, or by networking within their circle of friends, or putting themselves out there on the online space.
What would a simple financial projection look like for a student running a small business with this tool?
That's you mean what the student will be making, Abby? Financial
What would
project.
a simple financial projection, like a little money, look like for a student running a small business with this tool?
Well, for students that want to make money with this scale, I think the opportunities are enormous. There is no limitation, but the only limitation for students, is being a student at this point in time. But over time, there is always you can make as like there is no cap. Like you can make as many as possible, thousands of hundreds of thousands, millions. So it depends on his niche, who he work with, and how he's working. So, but there are many people out there that are into software development and they are making fortunes out of it.
What is the maximum income potential for someone who becomes highly skilled?
You're highly skilled and you're a developer in this Nigeria, you can make millions more. That is very simple. You can make as much as millions in a month.
How can students continuously improve and stay updated in this field?
Yeah, for students, you have a lot of other things that you are actually working with. So you have to set your priorities right. But for students that want to make money out of this, like I said, collaborate with people and work, like make sure you work with your time, because as a developer, you need to work with time. People that you are working with, they have expectations. The project itself has expectations. You yourself, you have things you are doing. You have things you have to do. You have to read. You have to do some other things. So make sure you manage your time well, and you can do that. Definitely make something happen.
How can students continuously improve and stay updated in this field?
Like learning new things. Always, the moment you see that there's a new technical trend or new emerging technologies, just make sure you learn new things so that you stay relevant.
What final advice will you give undergraduate students about learning and monetizing this tool?
I think learning software development for undergraduates is one of the best decision a student can make as an undergraduate, because looking at GSC 301 generally, the purpose of GS 301 is to equip students and get them ready for the labor market out there. University of Ilorin herself knows that the labor market is saturated. You get it? There's nothing out there. So if you can learn something now, it means by the time you graduate and you know what you learned, it means by the time you graduate, you are already set. You get it? While your colleagues are murmuring, they are having issues, they are applying for jobs, they are getting depressed. You have something you are doing already. If you apply for job, if it comes, fine. If it doesn't, you will not be depressed. You get it? But if you are, for someone that is not dedicated, you are not serious. When you graduate, everything will just turn upside down. So it's good to learn software development or every other thing, every other skill to good to learn it. So please make sure you learn something and stay focused around it so that by the time you graduate, you are competitive already. You are ready for what is out there. You get it?
Thanks. So moving on. What should students do immediately after completing your training to start earning?
To start earning,
Yes.
well, I will not tell them to focus on start with. You have to improve your skill. Like I said, what we give students here is the basics. You get it? So you have to improve yourself. But if you want to improve till you come back, then after you do that, I can assure you that the earnings will start coming by itself. You get it? Just position yourself, have the right network, and get people to know that you are doing this thing.
Wow. With this, we are done with the
Oh,
interview, and we thank Mr. Ozen Akonde
it's my
for.
pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Thank you
Nice
so
to
much,
have you
sir.
here. Yeah.
I hope you all gained a lot of things. Thank you so much.
Video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and there are some other videos on this channel as well whereby you learn from other mentors. So I believe I've been able to inspire and answer some questions that
Yes, sir.
Miss, what's your name?
Or you look agile.
Miss Ajara has asked. So I really enjoyed this program and it's nice to
Wow.
have you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.